Hi, I'm Elena Warren Zachary. I'm going to talk about voting. I'm a bit of an old buzzard, but I remember the first election I ever voted in was first grade. And it was Dwight David Eisenhower, who was running on the Republican ticket, against Adlai Stevenson, who was running on the Democratic ticket. I voted for Adlai Stevenson and I lost. But I come from a long line of liberals because I come from immigrants. I'm firstborn actually on my father's side and second on my mother's, and I'm the first woman and the first generation to go to college. Voting as a privilege was instilled in me. And then I recognized that it was a right that women had won, 1919, ratified in 1920. And now I know it's imperative that I vote. And I vote all the time. And what I figured out along the way is we vote lots of different ways. We vote, of course, in curtained-off voting booths. And I voted in them in municipal auditoriums. I voted in small curtain booths in tiny little county offices. And now I vote in a cow barn. But I vote. But what I've realized is everybody wants my vote. Starbucks wants my vote. The media wants my vote. And I figured along the way that I vote nearly every day. And it's imperative that I vote strongly. It isn't just the voting in the booth that matters. Now, I try to do things that are healthy when I vote. I don't buy paper towels, for example. I use washcloths and I reuse them, but I'm imperfect. I do buy the occasional printed napkin. But I reuse things, and so that's my justification for the occasional printed napkin. And I love my Keurig, but I try to buy the little coffees that have the net filters, so I'm not adding so much plastic into the environment. But the critical thing is I realize I have a lot of choices when I vote. And you do too. Everybody wants your attention. The media, television shows, products. I used to subscribe to, well, without saying the name, it's that Flix enterprise where I could watch things streaming. I could watch old sitcoms, I could watch films, or I could watch newly produced projects. And I realized I was wasting a lot of eye time and contemplation time by subscribing to that blah, blah, Flix. And so what I did just a few years ago is I canceled my blah, blah, Flix account. And I send that money and more every month to Doctors Without Borders. And I'm not proselytizing, it's just my choice, believe me. I also have supported a child in India for many, many years, and just recently, I now support a senior citizen who's actually 1 year younger than I am in the Philippines, because I have discretion. Nobody handed me what I got, I've earned it. I come from scrappers, I come from people that don't have educations. My grandfather was a junk collector. And his son turned the junkyard into one of the first recycling centers in Willoughby, Ohio. I try to remain conscious, and I want to vote in as many ways as I can, since I also vote with my money, I vote with my attention. But the most important thing is I vote with my heart, and I vote with my conscience, and I vote with my consciousness. I want to urge you to do the same thing. In any way you can, because your vote gives people a lot of power. And by your voting with what you buy, what you don't buy, what you watch, what you don't watch, where you drop spare change, what you donate to, what you volunteer to, and what you speak about, that's your vote. Thanks.